In the Course in Miracles, it says there's only two emotions. Essentially, there's just two experiences of everything in life. You can divide it in this dichotomy. It's either fear or love. And everything that is fear cannot be love. And everything that is love cannot be fear. Love allows for no fear. Fear allows for no love. Some people call fear an acronym. That acronym, it's like false evidence appearing real, some people call it. F-E-A-R. I have a different acronym for it. Fuck everything and run, That's how we feel when we're in fear. And when I had a diagnosis of leukemia, there was an element of fear, even though I've been teaching people with cancer for years about how to overcome it and how to overcome it. It's like I've written books about it and so on, but there's still this subconscious thing of given a diagnosis that is life-threatening. And I was in denial about it and so on, and for 11 months I just lived in fear. It wasn't a conscious fear. I wasn't going around saying, oh my God, I'm going to die, and I'm not surprised about going to leave our body, T.S. Eliot said we shall not cease from exploration. And at the end of all of our exploring will be to return to the place from which we originated and to know it for the first time. It wasn't that I was living in this place of fear. I said it on the PBS special, that life itself is really a sexually transmitted terminal disease, so. But it's really it's false because life itself is not our bodies and all of that we can touch and feel with our physical selves. Life is that which allows your body to be. It's that invisible mind matrix of all matter, that invisibleness that I was speaking about, that's in each and every one of us. And that place within us is the one that keeps us from living a fearless life, being fearless, living fearlessly. When I got this diagnosis, I started to buy into what a lot of the literature said about it, and what it said on the internet, and what people would send to me, what my children would send me about, worrying about this, and Dad, are you okay, and all of. To recognize your own divinity and recognize that God is not just something you are a part of. It is who you are. It is altogether you, and you are altogether God. And this body that you're in is an illusion. Why is it an illusion? Because it's changing and it's gone. All the bodies that you believed that you were up until now aren't here anymore. Why do you think the one that you're in now is so real? It's also going to be gone. That's promise you. It's happening. But who you are can't be changed. And who you are is who you have to discover. And who you are is a divine love. And when Mira took me back in this past life regression, I learned something about divine love that I had never experienced before. Because most people put the responsibility for what's happening to them on something or someone outside of themselves, or they carry around beliefs that they've had since they were a very young child and have a tendency to believe these ideas. And by and large, sometimes I would spend 12 hours in the chair seeing a different person every hour or every 45 minutes or so, and I'd find myself saying basically the same thing over and over and over again. Trust in yourself, believe in the intelligence of the universe. When you change your thoughts, the whole world that you're looking at changes, and have a sense of, you are empowered and that you're connected to a divine source, and that all of that stuff that you see out there is, that is moving, is the same stuff that is moving you. So connect to it and believe in something higher than yourself. Relax, let go, be at peace. By and large, that's it. And you've heard me say it on the show many, many, many times that, if you think about not being able to attract into your life what you want, if that's what your thought is, and so many of the calls that come into the show are like that, then the universe is going to offer you experiences that are matching up to what your beliefs are, what your expectations are. You have to even believe beyond that it's on its way, that it's already here, that you just haven't connected yourself to it. And when you get to that place, then you start acting on those kinds of thoughts and you think like God thinks, which is unlimited abundance.